Hey guys, time for the weekly recap for the week, and up until yesterday, not really much had happened, but luckily there was a bug, and then they put out a big update, so that can actually kind of help this video. So here we go. We'll start here. This was the previous week, so the dynamic withdrawal threshold, some Chinese translations. So they changed the calculation for the flower withdrawals to instead of every 2 weeks the amount increasing, it increases slightly every day, so it's like 1.7 per day. Update the love charm price for sewer totems. So like originally the data showed that it was going to be 1,000 love charms, I believe, for the super totems, but then they updated to 6,000, which is honestly a lot better because 1,000 was incredibly cheap and 6,000 is even cheap in my opinion, so that change made sense. I'm not sure about this, but it just says UI updates, so that then they just fixed the dimensions for the mutant animals this chapter. They were 1x1 before, now I believe they're 2x2. Remove bug gem widget, dimensions. I'm still not sure what this airdrop player thing is. There was something about it last week too, but they just applied a fix to it, I guess. Like I said, I'm still not sure what that is. Restock boat position. So here, oh whoops. I already collected my daily restock today, but before it was like kind of like colliding with the fisherman. Now it's down here, so it doesn't collide anymore. They launched the second Murgle campaign, so the first one only lasted 7 days, and now the second one's lasting 3 weeks, so they did that. Migrate withdrawn amount to bank. So I believe this is fixing... They say they're adding withdrawal taxes, so for the first like few days there was no withdrawal taxes, even though most people aren't going to be taxed at this point because you're only taxed on flour that doesn't come from trading. So it's flour from like delivery, flower boxes, maybe love charm conversion, maybe like the faction leaderboards, kind of stuff like that. But like most of the flower people get nowadays is from selling to other players, and that's already taxed, so you aren't taxed again. So most people get tax free anyway, so that was that. And there was also like issues about like if you deposited like SFL, or no, if you deposited flour, you weren't getting tax. It wasn't going to be tax free because it was still calculating like the old flour. They might have changed that with this as well. I'm not exactly sure, but they did some stuff around the taxes. And then this was the update I was talking about. So yesterday there was a bug with the auction. No one could bid on the first quarry auction, so I believe they rescheduled that. But they put out this big update at the same time as they fixed it. So they added the giant kale image. So that's here. Oh, I haven't refreshed maybe or something. Let me check. Yeah, there's the giant kale. It's funny that this says bumpkin levels, but the bumpkin levels didn't actually go out with it, even though it says it here. I don't know why it didn't work, but they're increasing the bumpkin levels to 150. How to play, I'm not sure what that is. Dynamic mega store chest. So one thing that happens every chapter is people are like, when are Stella's items getting added to the chest? And Elias put out an update that is supposed to automatically add them to the chest. So hopefully next chapter they'll be added to the chest immediately once they are released. Improved Desert Streak reward claiming. So this is a feature to make it easier to claim the rewards so you don't forget. Show trade XP cake in marketplace. Wow, that was... I'm pretty sure he did this a while ago, but it just got pushed now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so it shows the amount of experience you get with the buffs you have, I think. You have old fishing traits. So I just guess some fishing stuff needed to be fixed. Stream widget not showing when stream is currently live. Okay, so I guess my guess is that when the stream is live, there'll be like a button down in the corner to say that like the stream is live or something like that. And then they reverted the clean up old fishing traits. My guess is that maybe this had some bug with the auction. I'm not sure, but they like released it and then they reverted it. So yeah. So the level cap should be increasing soon. My guess is like either tonight or tomorrow or something like that when the devs get online. But yeah, up until this, it was a pretty quiet week. But yeah, this went live, so gave this video something to talk about. But yeah, until next one, have a good day, guys. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. It would help me out a lot. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Have a good day, guys.